Here's some details of my PTS modifications, my retracts. Give you some close-up looks in here in just a minute. Here you can see the servo rotation. It's mounted on the top side of the wing down through the wing. Got two push rods going, one to each side. Put a little bend in the push rod to miss the wheel so it rides as low as possible. There's a close-up of the push rod coming through from the other side. Do a little cutout. There you can see the mounting for the servo, beefed up some plywood. That's how I mounted on the wheel covers. Just made out of balsa, reinforced, covered with monocoat to match the outside. I'm taking it off, take the 4 screws out, and I'll lift it out so you can see the reinforcing I used to mount it. Just slide it out. Standard Robar retract. And I made the mount out of plywood. Just cut out the shape, the U shape, to fit the retract. Comes in the pattern on the back of the package. And reinforced ribs 3 and 4 with plywood. Rib 2 also is reinforced and has the hole drilled in it for the passive for the push rod. Goes from the front leading edge, right against the leading edge. And that gives just enough room for the wheel to fit in front of the fiberglass wing tube holder. You see there's the rib number 2 is removed. That's the skin actually of the top of the wing. It's the inside of the skin. Just barely enough thickness to hold the wheel. There's the cutout for the push rod. Balsa built up on the inside of the well. Vertical grainer goes right around the curve very nicely. Slide it back in. The retract push rod goes right through that hole is drilled in the plywood reinforced rib. It goes through the pass-through. Fits right down into the plywood mount. Again, that mount is patterned on the back of the retract package. Screwed in with standard screws. And it hooks through to a Allen wrench connection. One side of the retract servo is put through a Z connection to that arm, and the other side is with a Allen wrench. Makes it much easier to take in and out. And take the wing off. Look on the inside. You can see where the flap retract is. See it working up and down. That's for the retract. For the servo, for the flap. Excuse me. And then the servo in the front is the one I use for the retracts. It's a retract servo, high torque, mounted right to the top. Again, this reinforced with some plywood holders because the skin is not strong enough to hold it. Just kind of build it up to make it work. There's the mount there again. You can see it from the top. The push rods are connected. They screw right into the robars. They're wire wrapped and soldered. And that's it. That's how they work, up and down. Not quite perfectly flush, but they look pretty good when they're in action. Much simpler. And that's it. Hope yours works.